Okay, good evening, everybody. It's 1 p.m. EST. The beast has not risen from the abyss yet, but I'm expecting it any day now. Before we begin, here I'll put all these links. Let me get a new window open and I'll just comment these links real quick. I want to point out before I play the game that I'm going to play, I guess this is a bait and switch video. Haha. Let's go to whatever, YouTube Studio. You've probably never heard of this game. This is a game called Earthbound. If you're a big Nintendo fan, then this is kind of a cult type game. I'm not going to talk much about these. I just want to leave these here. Please read the plot to these three games. That's all I'm asking. I probably won't do this video right now, but if you want to read the plot to these three games, I'm going to try to put up a video about the three of these combined as a narrative of anti-imperialism from a Japanese creator, and also some prophecies that he's basing off of Japanese lore that seem to very much match up with what happens in the Book of Revelation. So at some point I'll maybe try to dive into that, but today is not that day. I've been thinking far too much for the past 2 days. I've been doing the old C.S. Lewis, who am I? It's a trick. And it's a lot easier when you've got a buddy with a cigar with you. I just honestly, but my wife's coming back tomorrow. My son went to bed pretty early today. I think I've worn him out with Spider-Man and movies and TV, and we've played Spider-Man toys, and we played with the dog, and today I'm trying to train his essentially his dopamine cycle to where he doesn't want to just always watch screens. The problem is screens are everywhere, so like it's not so much that like you can just totally ignore your TV, and I think it's probably the best course of action for almost all people. If you're not going to be one of those people, then limit the number of screens, limit the number of idols. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not totally there yet either, so I run around as a wizard. Okay, so it's a weird title, Tainted Fall of Avalon. I've determined that this is basically better than any Elder Scrolls game that I've ever played. It's been a while since I've played it, but basically I'm just having a really good time. If you like those games, please just enjoy this gameplay, and I'll talk every so often, but I don't really have a lot to say right now. Probably will eventually. this game is based on Arthurian legend, and they've kind of taken some liberties with the Arthurian legend. It's an extension of the Arthurian legend, and I'm pretty early in the game. I'm not super far into the primary story, so I've streamed a lot of it already. I haven't cut any of that down for video. And let's see. Let me go over here. I'll roll the record just so we have it. Yeah, so I'm not really trying to do any specific videos. This is just my playthrough and my experience, and I'm not really trying to convince you to play this game. It's just that if you like Elder Scrolls and you're waiting for Elder Scrolls, whatever number they're coming out with next to disappoint you, I highly recommend you play this game. It will disappoint you now. They just released the patch, which I can't believe, like, the game is so old, and they just released another patch, and I'm like a little bit surprised that there's that much like in-game content that has remained and presumed they keep going with. So that's honestly why I'm really just trying to advertise this game. It's impressive. I think it's a small indie dev team. You can tell the textures are super clean. It's not a lot of ray tracing effects, if any. I'm not even sure if it's any. And just overall, it's a beautiful dungeon crawler set in England.
Well, have you got a little stolen something for me yet?
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so why did it bring me in here then? Okay, I kind of wasted time there. So basically, the story so far is that he escaped on the back of me. No one can see him except for me. And there are some scientists who are attempting to stop a red plague that is turning people into zombies. And King Arthur wants me to, King Arthur wants me to save him, and some other dude wants me to destroy the King Arthur spirit. So he's attempting to do that already, which has not worked. So that's about all that's happened. But clearly, because the interdimensionality is so being discussed, there's something bigger being told to us. And so that if Arthur's in a different reality, that's a box, it's a coffin, that box is a coffin. We must overcome death, and metaphors matter. They teach us good things about the creation, the world, and the history of what happened. Good job. Ooh,
Oh, that's good news. When the keepers are allowed to leave the walls again, I have to organize a small party to stock up. And what about the traveler I mentioned? Was he...
dead.
Yeah, just as I thought. Well, may he finally rest in peace. Thank you. Huh. I hadn't thought about a reward for you. But I do have some information that's worth more than anything else I could give. A few nights ago, I spotted a weird ear near the old ruined Brock. I had it in my sights, arrow notched and ready, when a wolf attacked me. By the time I dealt with that, the weird ear had vanished. It's yours, if you can catch it.
So I was outside barefoot because, as my father says, I have become a massive hippie, and I stepped on something like a twig, and it went into my foot. And I've just realized that I had blood all over my sock. So children, please wear shoes. You can go outside and touch grass for a little bit, but you gotta wear shoes. Okay, so you don't want that for yourself?
I do. But the wolf tore a chunk out of my leg, and the wound's still healing. I'd rather not risk another nocturnal hunt while I'm not at full strength. Weird ears are skittish creatures. By the time I'm back on my feet, they'd probably be long gone.
Why would
Weird ears are rare and valuable. Not just in gold, but that's not all. Their antlers make perfect handles for knives, and you can even craft arrowheads from their bones. Nothing goes to waste. Well, except the meat. I'm not saying you couldn't make a stew out of it, but you wouldn't want to start growing antlers yourself, would you? You're welcome.
So the closest quest that'll be here. Nope, that's Lost Things. I keep getting. So this is called The Weird, and it's like a it's a video so 12 hours a day. It's a certain number of hours a day that the veil of the weird is down, and then for a certain amount of time, the veil or the weird is up. One of the things that I've seen already is like a giant phoenix, and the phoenix wasn't there during the day, but at night, you can see that there's the weird right there. The nights of ghosts, of legends, and the dead men that died, and it's all kinds of English stuff. Here, the weird. I don't know what all this is yet. I haven't gotten that far in the game. I've got to end game to find out the plot. Trying to play it though. It's a very fun game. I don't have much time to play games anymore. It's unfortunate. And ultimately, I'm getting closer to where I'm gonna begin to become a developer myself. So doing work on plot. Trying to train my kids to be artists because I'm not a great artist. I'm an engineer, so I'm trying to create my little machines instead of having to rely on corporate machines. I heard something that I would say is funny. You might not find it funny, but Mark Cuban was on a podcast, and I guess he was making fun of Elon Musk or something. Elon Musk said, "Congrats on your 97th planet." I'm not even sure that that's even the number of children Elon Musk has. It's like a hyperbole. Musk freaked out. But I get it. I could use 97 children also. I just don't have the resources on which to care for them, right? I get that a lot of people see that as ego, but I don't know, man. Musk thinks he's going to Mars, so men think that they will, man. Truthfully, that's all I'm going to say. See if he can get there. I have no clue. I certainly believe anything is possible with God. Whether Elon Musk believes anything is possible with God, or Elon Musk thinks that anything is possible within himself, that's two different things. there's Arthur there. You can only see him at the campfire. He's in the weird. He's in a different dimension, but he's like in your head, and he projects a hologram. So what a hologram is Mirage. Have you guys know about mirages in deserts, right? That's a hologram. It's your brain. It's not actually there. It's the heat makes something appear to be there that's not there. That's what's going on in the next 10 years. Okay, so I don't remember what was, I had some item. Hold on, that I was gonna probably try to spec for, but I don't remember what it was. So I need to pump magic. See, that's very interesting to me. The wands grant 10% mana shield because see, I've got this. So like my melee build is actually using a wand that generates mana. I actually think I'm gonna keep building that out. That's really kind of interesting. Now. I don't like the cubes at all. I don't even know why you would use cubes. But maybe they're really strong at the end of the game. See, day, night, and then I don't really know what affects the weird.
Oh, how terrible. And he's stuck somewhere, afraid to leave his safe spot, I presume? Poor soul. As far as abysmal living conditions go, I'm starting to think my cave might not be so bad. At least I can leave whenever I please. Not that I would ever want to. Yes, I heard. I just didn't find it immediately relatable. Anyway, the curse. And how does it manifest? Well, if it hasn't succeeded yet, it's either a lousy curse or... Tell me, how does he act? Does he seem incapable of focusing? Prone to outbursts? Muttering to himself? Stubborn as a mule?
You know a suspicious amount about this.
Well, it isn't a curse at all. It's an ailment of the mind that forces the afflicted to seek meaning where there is none, and then base their life decisions on what they find. In extreme cases, such a person can, for example, starve themselves to death, or kill anyone who looks at them the wrong way. It's not a pleasant condition, but it's treatable.
Some kind of delusional state.
You need to take a Grindylows tooth, powder it, mix it with sage, and pour the disgusting result into some alcohol. Give it to him and say, I don't know, something along the lines of, With the power of nature, I have released you from the power of the evil eye. Nature closes the eyelid of the eye to reverse the flow of negative energy from something like that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it doesn't really matter. Just throw in the name of the poor sod at the end and you should be magically cured.
That sounds absurd. I don't.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't, since the curse isn't real. But it works better if the one who performs it believes in the power of the spell. If you do it poorly, the knight might sense your insincerity, and his reaction could be unpredictable.
Secret of the priesthood.
Well, I live here, obviously. Why not? It's a perfectly good cave, albeit a bit drafty and damp. Well, it could be better, to be honest, but we can't all live in mansions, can we? The same way you did, I presume.
Yeah, how did I get here?
I'm giving you truthful answers. That's all you should ever hope for.
Man, I tell you guys, when you can actually interact with Satan in these games, this is art. This is just human response to, literature over time. My goodness, guys, you're gonna be consecrating yourself. You're gonna dive deep. Tell y'all, I've got a strategy. I probably won't reveal publicly. Alright, so let me think here on the healing. Veterans would okay. So I really either need something to buy some food or to equip some food that I have. I don't have any food. I mean, trust me, I'm glad it's not, a Crimson Desert and you're spam with food. I don't know where I'm supposed to get food to cook. I know that you cook with the, let's see, bonfire. But I just don't think I have a ton of ingredients. Mashed potatoes. Oh, I see. Maybe I do.
Let me guess.
You can't change
Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from...
You must be from Connacht. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
Oh, I was just wondering what's going on out there. Here in the south, we have our own affairs. What happens out there in the world? Well, the news doesn't always travel all the way here.
And they should.
represents
It's in
the
our common
imaginary
interest.
world
You know,
is
people are
beyond
talking
the
about
ocean.
rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course. Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here.
Yeah, did
I'm
someone
just
intentionally
thinking
start
out
the
loud.
plague? It's great.
It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history.
That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kinda blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks. You see? It takes one to know one. And that means we're just pawns. Folks like us won't change anything.
Interesting. So he's saying
But
that the
we have to
plague
talk
was
out loud.
engineered,
It suits them when
and
everyone
the
keeps their mouth
engineered
shut.
plague allowed the reptilian leaders to take over.
You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just
tale.
started to believe in it.
Yeah, that's actually
You
what
know,
happened.
one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else.
Yep, that's exactly what happened, dude.
Yeah? Don't tell me you're one of those fools that think that the All-Mother exists. Have you ever seen her? How do you know that we're not being lied to?
Because I go to the
Exactly.
altar and I get an award.
But maybe one day you'll see the truth.
Maybe one day you'll see the truth. That was an incredible conversation right there. I'm glad that's recorded. Funny, funny, funny. What great writers.
Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what I was thinking. Their leader reached out to me one night. Said Morrigan had brought us together. They told me a split was coming. The end of times. And the elites are pushing towards a total annihilation. Now that I think about it, it all sounds nuts. Good thing you took care of them. I'll be your informant. I'll do it for Avalon.
Elites are pushing for total. Muslims go off with Christians go off with the Messiah. by the way, so in this one I play as Yoknan. And Yoknan is my Dante character, essentially. He's a human that serves as the second witness of Revelation. Second witness of Revelation is the one that is first converted by Elijah. It's you and Elijah. Oh, dude, yeah, look at that. That was fun. Exploder. See, that's a Metroidvania style thing. That's like a power upgrade instead of I don't know. I haven't played the whole thing, so sometimes that's kind of just an illusion, and then it is just. So on Manaverse Patreon, I'm actually playing a couple of things. Play through with the kids on Chrono Trigger, play through with the kids on Earthbound, and play through with the kids on Lufia 2. I think would be the 3 trifecta that I trained on. And then past that, we're gonna make this as a potential out years here. And then past
You're back, and something tells me that the matter has been handled. Excellent.
This is the Dark Brotherhood guys. Secret Society. The Secret Society has a leader. I don't believe the leader is of this dimension.
As you wish. There's a boy, name of Abram. He fell in with the children a while back. I want you to personally see if he fits in with our lovely flock. If you decide that he doesn't, well, you understand? Perfect. Fly off and have a chat with our young friend. Because we can't afford weakness or uncertainty in our ranks. But he's a big boy. He knew exact. Not at the moment,
Interesting. So
but
there's
we're
like
not sure if the
gangs, so
boy
I'm
will
gonna
crack
go-
under
I'm gonna
pressure.
try to
Or worse.
judge whether or
Let's
not
just
this
say,
member,
he's given us a few reasons to wonder if we rushed into accepting.
if
When you're
he-
done,
so
either ask him or
talk
search
about
what's left of him.
Wow. So, corrupting the minds of children is what it's all about. It's what it's always been about. Ultimately, their imagination machines. I don't really understand at all. Once you start to understand quantum physics a little bit more, though, you understand that that's what C.S. Lewis knew. The minds of children create fascinating things that transcend time. They're so compelling that they go into books. They're so compelling that they go into movies. They're so compelling that copyright just tries to take it and steal it. The Kingdom of Darkness is, that's ultimately not what happened. The end of justice. If you're a parent, also one thing that let me just say something as a parent. This is someone who's really it's not where to stand. Hasn't sinned yet, and so God can form more things with its imagination. He can harness more creative power. When the world comes to steal the consciousness of our children, that cannot happen. We must fight for it. We must fight for their minds. And some of you guys have had to take mental illness upon yourself so that your children can learn. That day, it's over, baby. Justice is coming. Okay. Lost things. I don't want to go back there. I want to look at the one specific quest. I keep just zoning out into it. Alright, so 120 days on herring and cheese. I don't know. I do actually. I care about this quest. I gotta say, the cook handed me a recipe for sour herring and cheese, including directions on where to catch the special fish. So I'm gonna save that asking, and it's that's gonna turn into a really compelling side quest. I have a feeling. I'm bringing him an offering, by the way. I'm making him his special food, and then I'm gonna bring him an offering. And the point that the game is gonna tell me is that when I brought him an offering, he can continue to live in that box down there. Okay, I'm gonna go back and talk to this guy first, because this quest is talking about something that I was actually researching elsewhere. And I can tell that these guys have it all figured out. This is gonna be probably as compelling to me as Disco Elysium was. Yeah, so this Curse of the Red Priest is the Eye of Sauron. I want to see what their statement on this after that philosophical quandary that other guy was spinning out on. Let's see where that be. Okay, so I think what that's saying then, it's not marked on the map, which means it's not on the map, which means we will cook. Do I need an alchemist table for that, maybe? I don't think so. Interesting. Alright, so what I think that there's a... Yeah, so that's a path into the temple. She abandoned us. I will never believe she abandoned us. Did you see that? So crazy, man. Pagan imagination. Wild. What's a history, though? That's what the reason I play these games is because they're very fun, and a lot of times you can get lore that you aren't opening, like, you know, stuff that people were pretending like they're God or pretending like they're Solomon and confusing everybody. catch this fish, and then if we find it out, we can bring it back.
You'll be fertilizing the soil! I'll have your head on a pike!
It's just using the blood, stealing the person's blood. I mean, powerful magic there. So let's look into what their next example is of something that we can do if we don't want to mess with that. Let's say I don't want to steal blood anymore. You know, let's imagine that I'm a good wizard. I'm certainly trying to not be Gandalf the Black. You know, Gandalf the Grey, maybe, but clearly be Gandalf the White. So I want to trade this out for my top my health off spell, I think. Yes, which is from the mother, I understand. But red hand is probably superior for stealing his life force. We'll play around with that until we find something better. Flame torment. Flame torment, I have fun with that. The bow. This and heal. This doesn't really work with this and heal. So this really needs to be something different. And what I would really put maybe something like that doesn't spend my mana. I'm gonna switch back to this to recover mana. I'm trying to find a heavy armor set when I switch to this one, and then bow here is probably fine. I guess. I don't know. What's my other option? Nothing. All right, so we'll play this way. I'm gonna try to maybe get more medium armor build, I think, instead of different set than this one. Yeah, I'm not sure that I understand that quest then, so I'm just gonna that's why I had that other ability. That was switch out the fire is the answer. Fire is good for AoE. That's just Arthur is a legend told during the Dark Ages, which I think is after Crusader, but not history exactly. And it serves as something legend that inspires the people to build an advanced kingdom outside the system. Locke embraced the madness that led him to numerous triumphs. He loyally fought under the mantle of zero first sword. At the end of his life, he met a madman's death, charging alone in enemy forces. The final brave act that brought precious time for his comrades. What a legend. What a legend. He sacrificed them to lose These are probably statues. Well, better have some new statues.
You're back, and something tells me that the matter has been handled. As you wish. There's a boy. Name of Abe. If you... We...
Placebo. Placebo. Interesting. I just figured out Brett's secret. It's awesome, man. What a freaking scientist. Brett, listen, if anyone's a time traveler, it's Brett Spratly, man. He's pissed. He's pissed at darkness now, too. He's so mad. You guys, if you are watching this at 3 in the morning, please go watch Brett Spratly. He's funnier than Alex Jones. It's hard to find his stuff. You have to go to his website. 'Cause me and him and his wife built. He started putting everything on his website instead of anything on socials. He's probably on Rumble though.
Stay sharp. Loading for a world of hurt.
Hey, let me just talk to some of you guys for a minute. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna get black for this. Please. Your anger fuels me. Please get pissed. Some of you guys were born in America, and the Americans are a Christian nation. Fuck off if you say otherwise. Just leave. Now, for the rest of what I'm gonna say. Listen to what I'm saying. We're born here. Some of us were born in the middle class. Some were born in the upper echelon. Some were born in the lower class. There are classes it's the same as every other thing. I'm so sorry for the lower class. I apologize for the people in the middle class wanting to be in the upper class and then taking advantage of it. I apologize for it. Listen, I understand that. I really do. We're all freaking lab rats, and we're all about the middle class. There's no one middle class. Everyone gets this. You need to really respect and accept it. Anything you pray to God about and realize is an illusion. Something that your mind won't leave behind. And causes your focus to be off of the Creator. That's an idol. There's lots of idols. You are to overcome these idols. Fix these idols in your mind. And not let your illusion win. And that's your command. Ultimately, we're sons of God. The Lord comes. We're defenders, sons of God. Please hear what I'm saying. If you are a son of God, set your mind on we're the new man. We're gonna go stop. Do not fear. Do not be afraid. Really thank you. God's figured it out. Christ has stopped some people from God. Some people are back there. I think the chariots are coming. I think we need to build our own too. God said
Who goes there?
This place holds a fragment of who... No, not yet. A piece of my soul still lies
that's the gate to the next world.
hidden here.
This is
I
this
can
guy's a
feel
little
it.
tough for me right now, and that's on the path to the next place. There's a Trying to
Let us find it before we go any further.
What the druids gave me in this nice armor set though, so whatever. These freaking godless people. Alright. Let's go to I'm gonna teleport to that. Okay, where are these other quests? There's two here. Closest I can get is there. Alright. Traveling through imagination, traveling through time, traveling through imagination, traveling through time, I'm saving because I'm already tired. So Ready Player One is a metaphor, by the way, and so the metaphor of Mario. Let me tell you guys the metaphor of Mario. Christianity, according to Nintendo, they don't get it yet, but Mario is a man, and he eats a mushroom. And after he eats a mushroom, he becomes Superman. Okay. The thing is, then once you sin, you get hit, right? You're no longer Superman. Once the mushroom goes off, you're no longer Superman. So yourself in the future who's either in darkness, and now you build your imagination state that basically hides your trauma. It carries burdens that you can't comprehend. Basically, our minds shield us from the great things. God is a merciful God. If you don't remember bad things that happen to you, don't ask, because then the imagination will create whatever happened, and you can't know if it's real at this juncture. You don't know if you actually exhibited it, or if you're seeing visions of pain that someone else that you touched and experience. You won't know it. So you won't know if it's an experience your forefathers had, your foremothers had, the matriarchs. It's something that God is just trying to tell you to give you a message. Do not fear your dreams. It's all in our heads. Everything's all in our heads. Stop fearing. Get over the anxiety. We are moving past it. We are moving forward as humanity. And guys, the church is a little bit behind on all this. I hate to tell you. Go listen to what Paul said, and look at it's Superman, guys. It's Marvel has it figured out. There are prophets on this earth, and they're freaking very creative. The prophets are extraordinarily creative. The prophets are the smartest dudes. Sherlock Holmes is a prophet, as an example. The writer of all. They're delivering a message that they've seen in their minds. He's delivering a message that he's seen. And he loops, then he gets a 1-up, and he's a Superman. Tries again. Explores, that didn't work. Explores. Builds stuff in that darkness for all of us to now experience a human creation in our ever tormented souls. And now we share a dream state called Lord of the Rings. And Peter Jackson goes to an island that was discovered 200 years ago called New Zealand. It's in GMT plus 12, i.e. the future. And go figure out which way the sun is coming back as so in. It's opposite the present sun. reverse. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd get off this rock where I saved the game and it was the wrong plan. I think I'd saved at the wrong spot. Now I'm stuck in a loop, seeing that I saved at the wrong spot. Ultimately, I might switch up my ride programming. Now I'm stuck, but I think there's something unstuck yet. Okay, so I'm gonna ride this beach down since we made it to the bottom. Out. I love flowers in my tea. I love flowers in my tea. You put the plants in the tea and you have a good time. And Jesus is king and yep. This is nasty in the world. May the scales be lifted from your eyes. Or even have him fall, he becomes Superman. My goodness, the king of the Jews, Saul, creates a torment state. And Paul comes to just absolutely fucking the news. I'm sorry to make these things being the chosen ones who are exploring darkness. I know you guys are in camp, so we can't do that, but you just give me some time. Tavern, is this where I was supposed to go? There's a house here I can buy, which I'm pretty excited about.
There you are. Look,
he's out.
darling,
You got some big
it's the
old
lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that seaside estate I told you about.
You just what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble. Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her enthusiasm. We weren't, at least I wasn't planning on staying here any longer than necessary. We have no need for an estate.
Well, that's your opinion. One I simply do not share. You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming banquet. I'm thinking sea foam made of spun silver, dancers dressed as alluring sea creatures.
And who are you going to invite, The crabs? None of your friends from Camelot are going to come all...
Dear gods, Duncan, you're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here. Weren't you just talking with them? You can invite them too. Oh my, how polite. I wouldn't have expected that from such a vagabond. But no matter, for I now have the delightful task of decorating an entire house.
Marvelous.
Truly it is. Now, we must get in touch with that splendid woodworker from Camelot. You know the one. He made those exquisite cabinets for the Gévaudan. Oh, and don't forget to pay the nice mercenary. At least someone in this godforsaken place turned out to be useful.
Yes, dear.
Why don't you come visit us once we're all settled, And don't fret. There's no need to make yourself too presentable. I highly doubt we'll be entertaining any important guests just yet.
But we are the machines, so it's awesome. freaking command. It's a paradox, guys. You won't be able to solve it. Don't try. Just look at the pretty lights. Oh man.
My poor Morris. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but we don't always get to choose, do we?
All the world's a stage.
What a
and all the
nasty
men are
business with
players.
that boy. I'm almost glad my Morris isn't here for this. He's such a bleeding heart.
Yeah, so this was a joke that SNL UK made about Shakespeare just being a good old boy, and he goes to London and he comes back with a virus that yeah, it spreads.
At first, it wasn't so bad. But now it gets worse every day. We just sit around here, doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and
Dark
we're
Ages,
grateful for
Arthur.
that. But no one trusts us enough
They
to
build
let us
upon
do any
it all the
work.
time.
None of us wants to be a freeloader, as they call us. I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles.
The NPCs are
I
bad.
might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still
Lords
got
are
two
playing
good
the game.
hands, which is more than you can say about some of the codgers living here. Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that fight with the road keeper, and now poor Cole's locked up in a cage. Him and Patrice make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we were their age. A dream? Ah, yes. There was one, but I don't quite remember what it was about. I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry, dear. I hope you see, I was born in Little Grove and thought I would live out the rest of my life there, working in the orchards in the mornings and drinking warm cider with my beloved in the evenings. We never wanted to see the world. I guess sometimes the world doesn't give us a choice, does it?
So you dream of a better place. Keep dreaming of a better place. Fight for your family.
That's what people say, but I never agreed. I weathered many storms with my Morris, coming out stronger each time. Avalon taught us to cherish the little joys of our everyday life. Without those lessons, we wouldn't have survived what happened to our village.
Okay, so what happened to you the first time? See, I'm asking this eternal soul what happened.
Little Grove was raided by bandits, a local gang that had been terrorizing the area for months, growing in numbers with each raid. Their leader,
She's just
Bald
telling me a
Kate
story
they
of
called her,
history.
somehow got hold of a branding iron used to mark outlaws. After pillaging a village, she'd brand some men and women of her choosing. That way, Kate made sure nobody would ever help them,
Look at this.
and that they'd
evil.
have no choice but to
Look at- I
turn
mean,
to her
look
if
at
they
this
wanted to
evil.
survive.
Look at this evil.
My Morris used to be a skilled tanner. I guess that's why she picked him.
Brutal but efficient way of recruitment.
It is, isn't it? Kate is nothing if not resourceful. It's a shame she doesn't put that talent into helping people instead of hurting
hurting
them.
Goodness.
I know would do that. The only Camelot authorities we saw in Little Grove were the tax collectors who came by once a year. Other than that, not a uniform in sight since I was a little girl. I don't know. The keeper at the gate turned Morris away because of the brand on his face. I would have left with him, but I was sick and exhausted from the journey, so I promised to join him when I got better. Except now, I've no idea where to find him. No, He only promised that he'd find somewhere safe, but I'm not sure if there is any such place left in the south. Of course. There's not much I can give you. All we had left could fit into the one sack Morris carried on his back. But I managed to hide a few coins in my skirts when the bandits came. You can have them. Take care.
Okay. I'll retract that.
Oh, Mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to tell anyone that you came through the village? Because I should have caught you right on the beach and asked what you're doing. And now that you're... That's just my luck. Take the post turning. What a load of crap. There's always something. Ah, yes. That old house.
It's
that
too
place
expensive.
has been empty for years.
I've already looked at it. It's like...
The story goes, the last owner, Keeper Galen, threw
It's cursed,
himself
it's
into the
on
sea one stormy night. Some folks whisper of curses or restless spirits, but I say it's just
Rumor
talk.
forms rumble.
The captain put it up for sale ages ago, but no one's had the guts or sense, if you ask me, to take it. If you're thinking of buying it, go for it. Make it your home. Every house deserves someone to fill it with life again. Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but
So just to teach you guys
gods.
something, there's a thing called a
Now
rumble
both of them are
ghost,
sick.
poltergeist,
And
and
Haber's
these
got
things
no
spawn
clue what's
break.
wrong.
It's a telekinetic
which is
trick.
the only reason that refugee isn't
Magician's
dead
harness, it makes things
yet.
move.
So, he's sitting in a cage.
But it's
His wife's
something
crying
about
all
the
day,
dimension
and
of
everyone's
object.
pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all.
Don't trust the magicians. They're idiots.
No need to tell me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the walls. I'd be a laughingstock. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. So whether it's me or them, at least my problems will be over. No, not really. Fortunately. The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining. That's a seaside.
I'll be right back, everybody.
not exactly standard. Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name's Lady Elisa... something. I don't remember. She came here with her husband. Poor man. I never heard him get... You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her, I'd just end up being a keeper all over again.